Where shall we go next?
We'll go to the meat section.
What shall we get?
How about some chicken and fish?
That sounds good. I'll get it.
Are you going to get catfish?
Catfish? I'm about to get halibut.
Why don't you get catfish?
Who would eat catfish? Would the children eat it?
No, I suppose not, but I would.
All right. I'll get both catfish and halibut. That way, everyone will be happy.
Good idea.
Where shall we go next?
Let's go to the cereal section next.
Here's the cereal. I propose we get cornflakes. Will you eat cornflakes if I get them?
Yes, I will. And we will need one other kind of cereal.
How about puffed wheat?
Well, I suppose the children would like it if we got it, but I wouldn't. It tastes like paper.
What shall we get then?
Could you get some bran cereal?
Yes, that would be good. Let me get some of that.
By the way, isn't that basket getting a little heavy? Isn't it going to hurt your arm if you keep carrying it?
No, it's okay. It won't hurt me. Where are we going now?
Let's go to the bread section.
This is the bread section. What kind of bread shall we choose? They have white, rye, whole wheat, and pumpernickel.
I think whole wheat is the most nutritious. I suggest we get that.
And I'd like to get a loaf of rye, too. I like it.
But the children won't eat it.
No problem. I will. Hold it. We've both got whole wheat.
Wait, we've each got rye.
Look, I'll keep this rye. You put your rye back and take a loaf of whole wheat. Then we'll be okay. Good. Let's put them in the basket.
Are you sure you'll be all right carrying that basket? Don't you want to get a cart?
No problem. I'll be all right.
Let's go to the produce section next.
Produce. What do we get there?
I don't remember. I'll look at the list. We'll need cabbage, cucumber, radishes, apples, and plums.
Okay, let's go. I'll get the fruit and you get the vegetables, okay?
Okay. There are radishes today. I got some carrots.
Hey, are you going to get 2 heads of cabbage?
Yes, they're on sale.
But how will we eat all that cabbage?
I'll make cabbage soup.
How about making some cabbage rolls too?
Good idea. But where are the plums?
I was about to get some when I saw the price. They're too expensive this week. Let's not get any.
But the children will want more fruit.
Well, shall we get some oranges?
All right, suppose you get 6.
I'll do it.
And are you sure you wouldn't really prefer a cart? That basket looks as if it's about to break. Whoops.
No, it's no problem. I'll be all right.
All right, Superman. Well, we're finished here. Let's go to the canned soups.
What do we get here?
We're going to get 2 cans of mushroom soup and 1 can of tomato soup. And shall I get a can of lentil soup too?
Wait, Are you about to get that brand?
Why, yes. What's wrong?
Let me check the ingredients first. Aha! This soup has onions in it.
So?
Don't you remember what will happen to me if I eat onions?
No. What?
I'll get an upset stomach.
Oh, of course. Well, will you get an upset stomach from that soup?
No, I won't. This one has no onions.
Shall we get a can of that then?
Yes, let's.
I'll look at the list. We have everything. We're finished. Let's go to the checkout line. Are you sure you haven't broken your arm carrying that basket?
Well, it was heavier than I expected. I think my arm will ache a little tomorrow.
Will you use the cart next time, please?
Okay, yes, I will.
Hey, how am I going to pay for all this food? I was about to pay the check, but I forgot my checkbook.
They won't take credit cards here. How much cash do you have?
I'll look. Oh, it's okay. I'll be able to pay for it. I have enough cash.
Good.
Here you are. I don't have the exact change. Will it be okay?
That one will be fine.
Thank you. Okay, Muscles. You'll be able to carry those bags to the car, won't you? Because you're strong, aren't you?
Sure. That'll be easy.
Good. And I have a nice idea. Let's play some tennis before dinner.
Tennis?
Wait, I'm going to open the back door. Where did I put those keys? Can't find them. Oh, here they are. Would you like to drive?
Thanks, but why don't you drive? I'll just sit and relax.
Right.
I'm glad this car didn't break down in the supermarket parking lot.
What would we have done if the car had broken down?
I don't know. We wouldn't have had enough money to get the car fixed, so we would have walked home. Anyway, here we are. We're home.
Oh, are you all right?
No, I'm not. We need a new car. I wish we had enough money to buy a new car.
Now, what do you mean a new car?
a big, beautiful, expensive car.
Now you know that we don't have enough money to buy a new car. But if we had enough money, what kind of a car would you buy?
Oh, I might buy a Jaguar or a Mercedes Benz. I might even buy a limousine and have a chauffeur to drive it.
A Jaguar? A Mercedes Benz? A limousine? You must really be dreaming. Those cars are very expensive. We don't have that much money.
Would you buy a Jaguar if we had enough money?
Sure, I would.
And if we had enough money, we could buy a big, beautiful house. It might be big enough for a king to live in it.
You're still dreaming. But if we had enough money, we could buy a new house. We could even have 3 bedrooms.
3 bedrooms? We could have 7 bedrooms. And there could be an exercise room. We could have 7 bedrooms with huge closets, really big. Big enough that we could have a party in one of them.
Welcome, everyone. Oh, man. Man, I really hope that they get that house, man, and those, and those cars, especially the Jaguar. Really want to see homie get that Jaguar. Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. I mean, I don't know why his lady was giving him such a hard time. The man wants to carry a basket. He wants to carry a basket. Man wants to carry a basket. What's wrong with carrying a basket? You just want to carry a basket. What's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. Do you? Moving on. Anyway, guys, yeah, I'm a little under the weather. I'm in one of those moods, where you're like really sick, but you eat an edible. One of those. Yeah, it's fantastic and horrible at the same time. And I had the intention of I just finished writing this script for a long video I'm going to be doing. Well, I don't know how long it's going to be, really. It felt like forever writing it because I've never written a script before. And it's basically just your average true crime video, just a timeline of events, just to break down for everybody who is going to be following the Gannon Stock case or the Letitia Stock trial. And I was I was going to record that, but I sound terrible and I feel terrible, and I really want to put my heart into that. So I'm not going to start recording that just yet. We got plenty of time for the trial. I know some people are showing this jury selection right now and everything like that. Great. But I've been talking about that. I was going to cover that trial. And I've been waiting a long time for this trial. And I don't know what it was about that case, but it really, really got to me. It just got under my skin, the Gannon Stock murder. And I mean, even when he was just missing before, I mean, from the moment that he was missing and it hit the news, I was invested. And So this was a tough case for me. Um, and I'm blessed to have the support of somebody close to that case who is allowed me access to their Facebook to where I could share some pictures. So there's going to be pictures that are very personal pictures that you might see in the little preview that I made there. So I really want to do this right, and I've never made a pre-recorded video before, so I'm really scared. I'm really nervous about it. But so hopefully, you know, you guys enjoy it, and the family finds it respectful. So but and here's the thing is I also so what happened was the other night I ordered McDonald's from DoorDash. I think it was after I was live, and I ordered McDonald's from DoorDash. Tried to order KFC canceled my order because I guess they were cleaning up. And so I got McDonald's, and then and nobody else was delivering at that time. It was late. And when I got the McDonald's, I was so hungry, and I took like 2 bites out of it. And then I got a look at it, and it was like raw on the inside, like just raw. And then the next day I started to feel a little weird. I still went to the gym. And then after the gym, I was just like on my ass. And Cherry has been everything but supportive. She's been horrible. She's abused me, treated me like absolute garbage for the last 2 days. Just so you know, she is evil and the devil, just so you know, okay? Because she just doesn't care if I die of this cold. She doesn't care at all, just so you know. But anyway, then there was so much going on YouTube. Of course, I'm just laying in my bed, just on my phone, like, and sure enough, I start to see all these little clip videos from all the clip channels, and I saw the still of Battery Betty with those so strategically placed extensions. I had to make a meme, which is in the community, and I realized something, because now here's the thing. Right now, I just want to be very clear about something. I don't give a shit about what's going on between PayPal Mal and MGL. I don't fucking care. I really don't. And it's really funny for me to like watch people like take sides on that. It's just fucking hilarious to me. Because they're both a couple of fucking assholes. And I just think it's really funny to see people just simping like, oh my God, who's going to clap back? But this video came up in the midst of all of this. And I realized that what I predicted, I know I've said this out loud before, or at least in a text to somebody, something. I know I've expressed this and put it out into the universe in some way, shape, or form, that these people were trying to make a reality show. I think I said this back in the Summer Wells thing, because they're trying to get attention. MGL setting up an interview with the local news to plug the channel and plug her channel and all of this stuff. It was just, you know, she's even telling, like, there's even a part in the news where she's like, going, all you have to do is look here, here, and then you can like click on and donate to PayPal, or you can click on the $, and you can donate money. And I was just like, dude, this is clearly a grift. Like they're trying to, like, they think that they're gonna get, like, Molly is looking for her second wind after the wife swap thing. This is all the motive behind the true crime stuff. There's nothing about advocating, or we go over this every time. Okay, now mind you, I really don't give a shit about what the fuck is personally going on with some of these people. And they're, hitting each other back and forth. I don't fucking care. But my concern has always been these people who use true crime and use actual real cases and try to involve themselves in the lives of people who are actually affected by these cases. And that's where I get pissed off. Now, these people decided to form a fucking team, right? A bunch of people with similar personalities, but the main ingredient, the main common denominator between like the one common denominator between all of them that is definite is their egos and their need to want to use one another, not to want to help the other. This is important. Okay. This is important. The difference between the mindsets is really important when you look at these people's behaviors. Tracy, thank you so much. Hope you get to feeling better soon. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wasn't sad fishing for sympathy or anything. I was just I was explaining how my last couple of days were going and how I ended up seeing this and why, even in my state where I don't feel comfortable recording something that is very passionate to me, I had to talk about this. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling a little better. I'll probably feel like shit after this, but I don't care because this is just going to be something that needed to be discussed. I thought and gone over because I think it's fucking funny. But yeah, I said this, that there's a motive here, and the motive, and we've all known that the motive was clout. Absolutely. But there was a more concentrated motive here. And I think at some point subconsciously when Betty was talking about, oh, this thing is going to drop soon, this big surprise, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, for a second, and then dismissed it. But I was like, what are they, did they get a reality show, or did they get, what's going on? Jonesin, thank you so much. Cherry said you're a baby. Yeah, I know. See what I mean, people? Cherry's so mean to me, dude. She is the worst mod as far as heart. Now, she cares about the cases. She cares about everybody in the chat. She just hates me. Oh man, sorry. Yeah, I'm so glad I have hot coffee right now. I meant to mute that sound that MGL is constantly making. I try to mute myself when I do that. Sorry. So what this looks like is a pitch to some TV network. And this has MGL written all over it. This has been their motive the entire time. You have to think about it on these terms, okay? It's very, 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 like, you're missing the simple and total, like, specific motive if you don't acknowledge the fact that everything that these people have done has been in the interest of their little fantasy, thinking that they're going to be reality TV famous. Because we've got MGL, who was on Wife Swap one time and lied about being a hooker on another, so this is all this is. They do not care about victims. They do not care about children. Like all of the reasons why all of us, me, the other creators and clip channels and excuse me, I'm sorry this is going to happen a lot. But all of us pointing all of these things out, pointing out and breaking down all of their behavior, it all comes down to this. This is the one specific simple reason that they have engaged in the behavior that they've engaged in. Wow.
You know, I don't know why she put herself in a situation like this. That's sad. You know, I'm on the right side of things. I don't mind sitting out here by myself.
She was screaming for some other rando
People are
person,
so loud.
I was just like, oh, that's creepy. And she was only there to spy on me.
Yeah.
Run it to this face.
If anybody recognizes this face, this is Mallory D. Williams. This is House.
See, these are not, I mean, you can tell. Let's just look at this from now. I'm not a network executive by any means at all. I don't know. I just know what I've seen on TV when these things are depicted by television shows. So I guess there's some truth to them, right? But all I'm seeing is a bunch of idiots. Like now I'm trying to like subtract everything that I already know about them. You know what I mean? But what I'm seeing is just, I'm not seeing anybody claiming to do or doing what they claim to do. Sorry. I'm not seeing that at all. It's really interesting.
Williams, you guys, yeah, I know, but if you guys haven't done up to her, you need to. She is freaking hilarious.
Out here.
All
I know.
talking over each other. All of them talking completely over each other. No respect for one another. Not one thing about this embraces the word team. There's nothing in the actions of any of these people that, hey, this is a team. There's absolutely zero.
I never thought we'd figure out.
Lisa Maxwell, thank you so much. Maybe BHB or House of Williams can help you edit. I mean, I don't know. I think House of Williams made this video or she put it up because they gave it to her. I don't know. Addie gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. If I miss these, it's because they don't show up in my StreamYard chat, guys. Sorry about that. So congrats to Margie, HDC, that's me, Patty, Evil Queen, Yay. I think that's it. If I missed you, I'm sorry. But yes, thank you, Lisa Maxwell. Thank you, Addie. Appreciate it.
My name is Marissa Zadinsky. I'm known as Molly Golightly, YouTuber.
Go back to the hotel and do my hair and makeup and just call it a night. All right, Billy Joe, we're here. Honestly, I really want to take off after I say this. Billy Joe, they've already put out a statement that your daughter is the only person, the only suspect. Forget about.
Okay, so what this looks like to me, now correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys know that I like to do reactions, right? I have not watched this. I've simply seen a clip here and there, maybe, and stills, but I have not actually watched this video. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems to be seriously a pitch, an audition video that you would submit to let a network know what it is that you do so that they'll pick you up and give you a TV show deal. And I find that to be hilarious because they're taking all of the shit that they are being criticized for by anybody with a fucking brain, and they're bragging about it. They're saying, this is what we do, y'all. Oh man, this is fantastic. This is just good.
What about person of interest? The only suspect.
So my name is Andra, and my YouTube channel is Bullhorn Betty.
We heard about the abuse. There is no way your family did not know that she was being abused inside that house.
They knew.
They knew, and you knew. And you guys didn't do a darn thing about it. Not one thing. You allowed him to abuse her, and now she's dead. Each and every one of you have blood on your hands.
I'm Mallory Williams. I have a YouTube channel, The House of Williams. I was just seeing.
Hold on. Bro, dude, look at the fucking difference. Like, I can't believe that I'm a grown fucking man and I'm sitting here talking about somebody's extensions. Because, dude, I don't know shit about extensions. I don't know anything. I was seeing a girl once who used them, you know, but I know by looking at that, that's not how you do it. I don't know. I don't know what the process entails of hair extensions, what the rules are, other than they're supposed to match. The idea is to create an extension, an extension of your own hair, right? So if you're okay, that's not, because the idea is to fool people. It's to make people think that your hair is longer than it is, I would assume, right? The whole point is that your hair is longer than it is. Like, it straight up looks like she had violated a life-size My Little Pony, just cut off the tail and had her way. Her hairdo just assaulted a fucking My Little Pony tail, bro. That's exactly what that looks like. Grandmaster said, Sophos, thank you so much. Smooth Tennessee whiskey make you feel better, Claire. No, man. You know what? It would right now. I'll give you that. It would right now. Thank you so much. But it would right now. But I could tell you. I can tell you that I have not had a drop of alcohol in going on 4 months. And the only reason I know that is because the last time I drank was New Year's Eve. So it's very easy to keep track, but I'm not struggling with it at all. I feel better than I ever have. And I'm not saying that I quit drinking. I'm saying that I was like, let me take care of a couple of things that I want to take care of first. And then just tell myself, okay, I'll reward myself with, a good old time once I managed to pull that off. Jackie Garnett, thank you so much. A makeover or etiquette reality show, possibly. Love you, Will. Love you too. Thank you so much. So yeah. So no, it would not help me. Like, taking care of myself right now is the best thing that I've done in like a year, because I was doing it before. And I just got bored. And then basically the whole idle time cliche kind of came into fruition.
My YouTube channel is Bullhorn Betty.
We heard about the abuse. There is no way your family did not know that she was being abused inside that house.
They knew.
They knew, and you knew, and you guys didn't do a darn.
So their bright idea, their master plan here. I love this. Their master plan here is to pitch video evidence of them harassing people, not protesting, harassing people. Okay? And use it as like, look what we do. You want to give us a bunch of money and put us on TV? Wow.
Darn thing about it. Not one thing. You allowed him to abuse her, and now she's dead. Each and every one of you have blood on your hands.
I'm Mallory Williams. I have a YouTube channel, The House of Williams. I was just seeing if somebody was coming with that tea yet, because Jesus to God. I mean, listen, I'm not rushing nobody. I'm not rushing anybody, but holy shit, I'd like a little something to drink. I'd like a little something to drink.
Now,
oh my goodness. You know,
we covered this on this channel. We covered this pretty extensively while these idiots were out in Georgia harassing the neighbors as well as Billy Joe and Leilani. And Leilani is likely very guilty. But in doing what they were doing, they were criticizing law enforcement. They were inciting phone calls taking place that would take up resources and waste time. And law enforcement proved that at the time they were extremely busy with searching for Quentin Simon. And they found, God rest his soul, his little infant body in a trash landfill. And the trash landfill had over 2 million pounds of refuse. And there were a team of professionals out there dedicated to sifting through every piece of that garbage to locate that little boy, while these assholes were yelling and screaming about how Chief Hadley was not doing his job and how the people working under him were not doing their job. I don't want to say your name, but I just got a thing for a PayPal. Thank you so much for the PayPal. So, while they were saying that Chief Hadley was incompetent and doing nothing, he was leading a team of investigators to get the evidence necessary to make sure that justice is served for this little infant boy. Make no mistake, that's exactly simply what was going on there. Following my Grandmaster Sid Sophos, picture yourself. Thank you so much. For them to sit here and they're not only are they documenting, okay, not only are they documenting them harassing people for the purpose of this video, which is a pitch to get a reality show. It's clearly what it is. They're also showing the harassment and the fact that they were wrong, dead wrong about the police in Savannah, Georgia, while they were out there just harassing everybody. Calamity Jade, member for 12 months. Thank you so much. Welcome to the hoity-goity. I swear I thought channel that posted put clips of them being absolutely obnoxious in between their Real Housewives or Neverwhere interviews. You guys are fucking hilarious. So yeah, this is just really funny to me that they have the audacity to like think that they're going to be somehow rewarded by the universe in some way, shape, or form for these actions. I find that the delusion, and collectively by what, 5 different people, is fucking hilarious to me.
You know, I would bring Leilani something to drink.
And I just have a really, really bad feeling here. Summer Wells was harmed by somebody that was a true crime YouTuber because I felt very passionate about.
So right there, a blatant accusation. Oh, thank you. Another PayPal, but I couldn't, it wasn't up long enough. Thank you so much for that PayPal. Grandmaster said, Sophos, thank you. Glare, please tell Patricia that I've locked the door. Tell it yourself, man. Thank you guys. So right there, I find this really funny. Let's just
really bad feeling here. Summer Wells was harmed by somebody that was a true crime YouTuber.
Summer Wells was harmed by somebody that was at home. There she is, and she's actually using that for the pitch, where she is accusing a parent without any evidence of a crime that we don't even know took place. There's no evidence that this crime even took place.
YouTuber because I felt very passionate about.
Bro, nobody, look. Did she what did she do? Did she fucking eat the Bride of Chucky and then like morph out from it? Like, did she just have a crazy moment where she ate the Bride of Chucky and then was like, and then contorted and shit, and then like became this large, robust version of the Bride of Chucky for this video? Boston Girl Bridget, thank you so much. What are those? Hey, Comedy Central, I got a new show idea for you. The only network that might be interested. How embarrassing. Exactly. What are those? Oh, man.
The Me Too movement and how a lot of men were falsely being accused, and that kind of blossomed. I got bigger with the Chris Watts case. I watch a lot of Nancy.
Well, okay, that's too easy. But let's go back to where she got passionate, because what specifically she's talking about when it comes to the Me Too movement and people being falsely accused of something, she's talking about, I think it was Nick Carter, who she defended. But in her way, she didn't look at any evidence. She didn't present any evidence. She didn't go over any of the details of the accusations and what was going on and what evidence they had. All she did was insult this woman who spoke out and accuse this man. Now, I don't know what came of that. I'm not familiar with that case, but what I saw was her just basically trashing possibly a victim. And here's the thing. Do I know if she's a victim? I don't. But I'm going to assume that she is if I don't have any information. She didn't seem to have any information because she didn't share any information. She didn't say, this is why I think that Nick Carter is innocent. She didn't say any of that stuff. All she did was just trash this victim.
Nancy Grace, and I watch a lot of true crime TV. And then I took my obsession with Nancy Grace out into the field, and I ended up outside of Brian Laundrie's house. And that's
so your story is that you then you got, quote unquote, got bigger with the Chris Watts case, where you completely and totally trashed that victim too. You completely mocked her, made fun of her, parodied her, and you got a lot of hate views from it. So and you're bragging about this. You're talking about it like it's on a resume. And you expect people to pay you for this. See, this is the thing about MGL. See, this is, and I've said this so many times. MGL is a different monster than BHB. The common denominator that they have, like I said, is ego and the delusion that they're going to be famous, that they deserve somehow to be famous. You know, it's very, very interesting. But they don't. They don't do anything. They have no talent. They have no insight on anything that is worth a shit. They don't have anything to offer anything. They completely lack any talent or insight. Now, they can't seem to face this. And sorry, I got to make this bigger because I just love the pause. So, what ends up happening is what I'm getting at here, as far as the difference between her and BHB, is BHB actually believes that she's an advocate. BHB actually thinks that she's an advocate. She believes her own bullshit lies. Okay? MGL knows that she's trying to pull a fast one on everyone. She knows this. She's aware of her actions. She knows how to she gets drunk and then she starts talking about how to fucking cheat the whole and use the whole YouTube system and blah, blah, blah. She knows exactly what she's doing. Now, it's just fascinating, like I'm saying, is that she believes that this is somehow worthy of television and that she's going to be celebrated and not made fun of. Because if this shit ended up on TV, and it's not even interesting enough for TV, it's really not. But if this shit ended up on TV, there's nobody that's going to look at them like, oh my God, I just love them. Nobody.
And that's how I met Bullhorn Betty. So one of the first cases that brought me into the true crime genre.
Bro, like I've seen like SNL skits, like what do you call it? Like sketch comedy shows where they do mockumentaries and then they'll have somebody to look like that as a joke and to sit like that, dressed like that. I remember seeing them. I remember when they were all made up. I remember seeing them when they were all made up and going to, I think that, what did they go to, fucking Olive Garden or something? And I remember, I think I went on a tangent talking about, I don't know, somebody was talking about her. Maybe it was in a chat or something, but yeah, she, like, Betty is definitely dressed like she is going to a potluck for the PTA, or she's dressed like that person who got an invite to the wedding because they just felt like they needed to give that person an invite. So here she comes to make an appearance. Oh yeah, it was the meet and greet where nobody showed up. So here they were. If that was okay, so it was the meet and greet where nobody showed up. That's right. And where White Boy and his wife, Damaged Goods, showed up and they called the cops on him or something, or had them kicked out or whatever the fuck happened. I can't remember. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I went over that shit. Oh man. they were high on the thrill of we're going to be on a reality show. They actually thought by making this video and shooting this footage, that's it. They were out celebrating. And let's go meet our fans that they don't have because nobody showed up except White Boy and Damaged Goods to troll them. Like, that's literally all that happened. Like, they showed up to get the reaction that they got, basically.
Heels is really the collaboration of some great creators to bring a story of a lost, missing, or dead person's case to light. We go to great lengths to make sure that not only are we bringing awareness to the case, but we're actually making a physical contribution to the case.
Heels on the Ground represents voices for people that otherwise.
Heels on the Ground represents voices. Voices where, you know, we all do our fucked up solo shit. Like, we bring it together sometimes, but we do our fucked up solo shit from time to time. Like me, I went and I trolled St. Jude because I thought it would get me a bunch of clicks and views, and I thought I could get some kids with cancer fighting the hardest battle any living person could fight on their own. So yeah, no, listen. So I decided to do that and try to get them on video, but I got kicked off of the premises. And then I doubled down on it, never apologized, just kept talking about it, hoping to piss more people off. And now, because I decided to piss off MGL, I've got a bunch of idiots simping for me who criticized me before. And I just love that.
Would not have a voice, and most of them are small children. So many children are lacking the voice, just in general. But when they become missing, right? So often the parents, they're not into the position. They don't have the mental capacity.
Okay,
wait,
so
what?
there's a dispute.
They're lacking the voice. Children, so many children are lacking the voice, just in general. But when they become missing, right? So often the parents, they're not into the position. They don't have the mental capacity.
Okay, so
bro. So wait, this is you justifying going out there and screaming at them? Because that's what that was. They don't have the mental capacity. So we're just going to fucking scream at them and make it even more difficult for jury selection if somebody gets charged. Jackie Garnett, thank you so much. The Dumpster Diving Divas show. Exactly. Oh my God, dude. So that was her pathetic attempt to justify speaking for the parents, when actually what they do is attack them, which is really funny.
There's a dispute apparently where you can light a candle. They're talking about there's obviously a vigil over here for the cameras.
Okay, Mary, that's it. Out there on the candle.
Okay, we have somebody coming out here on the property.
I always knew I wanted to help people. I felt truly so bad for these victims that never got justice. I wanted to help some way. And being a YouTuber wasn't as victims and help people. I felt truly so bad for these victims that never got justice. I wanted to help some way.
Dude. You look like a fucking nightmare right now, bro. I'm sorry. I know that's fucking harsh. I think because I'm not feeling well either. My filter is that much more diminished, even though it's not very much there most of the time. But I can't think of any better way to describe what she looks like to me. Dressed that way and
property.
I always knew I wanted.
She looks like a fucking nightmare, bro. I can't imagine. Oh my God, dude.
I wanted to help people. I felt truly so bad for these victims that never got justice. I wanted to help some way. And being a YouTuber wasn't enough reporting. I just felt like it wasn't enough. And then when I was outside of Brian Laundrie's house and we were hollering at these houses, pleading with these people.
Now I want to be very clear. I went over that. Like when it happened. The day that MGL showed up to the laundry house the first time, I fucking streamed it. Not live, but the day of. And it was a very different vibe. It's exactly what she's trying to pass off as what she was doing. Like, it's exactly that. She's trying to say, oh, well, we were out there pleading. No. It was you harassing people and trying to make a name for yourself. You saw that there were news cameras out there. You saw that not knowing who BHB was, you saw she was getting press, and you decided to jump on that bandwagon. You said, oh, well, I could drive out there, or I could fly out there, whatever. I don't even remember how the fuck she got out there, but she got out there. And she went out there with her little laundry basket because she's so fucking original. She went out there with a little laundry basket and met these idiots. And then they formed this so-called team.
Please come out and give answers to the press and give answers and give these families, the Petito family, answers.
That as long as the passion is there, I can.
And the Schmitz. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's just fucking forget about Gabby Petito's mom. let's just forget about her and her husband, who Gabby, I think, referred to as a second dad. She had a very good relationship with her stepfather, very good relationship with her stepmother. Yeah, because you care so much about the victims that you don't know shit about them.
I can do this forever. There's a segment of the population that likes to attack people and attack people like us that go out here and do this work.
And there is,
ma'am.
Yeah, that's the crime. That's the crime.
Across the street. You do not have to do that.
Why is that part of it? Now that's Billy Joe, Quentin Simon's grandmother. Not one of my favorite people, for the record, to say the least, but they weren't doing any good out there harassing this lady.
No, she's on drugs.
That's invading their personal
Yeah, she just did it to me.
Okay, bro. Your hair looks like it out-partied Keith Richards, okay? And you're talking about her being on drugs. And you don't even know her. And you put this as something to brag about.
No, we were over here. You walked over here.
But sometimes that does get into your head a little bit.
This is like so funny to me because they're fucking for real, dude. Like they made this thing with the intention that people are gonna look at it like they're awesome. You know what I mean? And this is like a fucking surreal Tim and Eric awesome show skit. This is insane. Like they're full on for real about this.
Does it stop me? Have I given up? Of course not. Have I thought about it? Of course I have.
And we get to go out in these communities with the people, and we get to
this music is killing me.
Navigate all of these different personalities and all the politics and listen,
dude. They're not doing anything to sell themselves. Like, no footage. It's so funny that the very footage that they're criticized for is the footage that they're most proud of. They were like, take that shot, take that piece, and let's put it in the thing that's going to sell us to a network and get us famous. It's amazing to me. So they're sitting here like super confident, like making this video. It's killing me.
The city ordinances, everything involved, all of it, the news media, all the emotions involved, and our people, our supporters are right there with us to take that ride.
Was, put here in honor of Quentin. And when you see a balloon that hadn't been here all that long, that is really deflated prematurely.
That's on her hair.
But she wants to come here to disrupt. So let's just say
I
hi.
don't know what that is. The one that I seen, the very first one. I don't know, because that's on her hair.
All that long, that is really deflated.
You can hear BHB like plotting to harass somebody in the background. Like she's always in harassment mode.
Prematurely.
Because that's on her hair.
But she wants to come here to disrupt. So let's just say hi.
I don't know what that
She wants to come here to disrupt, so let's go say hi.
is. The one that I seen, the very first one. It's called Lies.
There's a baby.
Live on it, not in that house. They said she's in rehab.
Why would they put this in there? This is boring footage.
That little baby,
But they said she's getting
too
help
soon.
from that.
That little baby. Oh, that's why. Calamity J, thank you. Please, sweet newborn swaddled baby Jesus, let them think they have a show and let it turn out to be the intervention show. Thank you.
And so you can't forget that.
Are you crying?
No.
Oh my God. Are you
No,
okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, we all know you don't care.
Sometimes it just kind of hits you when you're just thinking about it.
Yes.
And going on these trips and connecting with these family and confronting the bad guys.
Who are the bad
being
guys?
Face to face with these people. And
Who were the bad guys, bro? Look at this lady, bro. Just imagine. Just imagine that. Like, imagine your kid walking in to a room to that lady right there. I can't, like, dude, my kid's grown, okay, and he's seen some shit, but that would scare him. Now this would disrupt his sleep, guaranteed. This would disrupt his sleep. That person walking in and being like, hi, would fuck him up.
and the connection that we were making with the public
No.
around the world. And have the
with the public and around the world. With the public. So you're trying to tell us that you made this impact with the public and around the world? No. Let me explain to you. We did. Those of us that did live streams and made videos about you, we did that. You didn't do anything. You showed up and made asses of yourself, and you were called hecklers, not protesters, hecklers by the media, by the press, who were publicly criticizing the Chatham County Police Department, who ended up ultimately doing everything that could be done to get Quentin justice. And now we just have to wait for that to happen in a court of law. But they did their job. They did great. And you assholes insulted them the whole time.
press, CNN, Fox News, the Daily Mail, TMZ, following us and relying on us.
Bullshit. Let's hear that one more time.
And have the press, CNN, Fox News.
Bullshit.
The Daily Mail, TMZ, following us and relying on us to give them news. Court TV following us and asking us and watching us.
Florida! And there's more of us coming.
Why would you say that when you know that somebody is going to verify that? They're going to try to verify that. Girl of the Valley, thank you. Oh my God, she looks like Madam Mim. Right, the onion, exactly. Wow.
We're from other states. Why are we here? Yeah, you hear the neighbors across the street? How long do you think he's getting
They're done with you.
This guy's pissed across the street.
Bro, look at jaundice, bro.
I think the case that meant the most to me, first of all these cases mean a lot, is the Gabby Petito. That's the one that really brought me into the truth.
I love them feeding the dogs. Like, I love that. Like, because those dogs are fine, bro. Look at those dogs. They're perfectly fucking healthy. And then they tried to act like those dogs were being mistreated and neglected, and then they called fucking Humane Society, and then they wasted all those resources at Humane Society. They had BHB had her viewers flood the fucking place with calls. They had to make a public statement that we went over here. I mean, it was a whole thing because those dogs were fine. Those dogs were fucking fine.
First of all these cases mean a lot, is the Gabby Petito. That's the one that really brought me into the true crime. It was realizing that, law enforcement wasn't truthful in some aspects of it. We were able to see.
No. Law enforcement, what? I mean, okay, granted, the Moab County, all right, yeah, that's fair. But she's admitting that this is the Gabby Petito thing was what? I mean, not even a year ago, or was it? I don't even know. Was it a year? It was like probably a couple years ago. Shit, man. I don't even remember. All this shit fucking blends in together. But there were so many cases prior to that. That was the first case since the Chris Watts case that everyone was talking about. Everyone was talking about that case. So she's admitting right here that she jumped on the true crime bandwagon with the Gabby Petito case. She just forced her way into this community with a bullhorn. And what's really funny is, how many times have we seen Betty travel since Chatham County? How many times have we seen her do that? But how many times have we seen her bullhorn since Chatham County? Like, where's Bullhorn Betty? Because I haven't seen Bullhorn Betty in a long time. I've seen Battery Betty. I've seen fucking whatever the fuck hairdo that is, Betty. But I haven't seen Bullhorn Betty in a long time. And I think that she just knows. She just knows that shit is going to get her locked up at some point. She has too extensive of a record. She's not going to be taken lightly. She's going to be looked at as the aggressor no matter what, based on her record. As soon as they run her ID and they're sitting in the squad car and her record comes back, they're going to go up. So it's just a matter of time. And I think she knows it.
See a lot of the mistakes that were made. It just was the eye-opening. It was the awakening moment of true crime for me.
No missing person signs when they're still pleading to the public saying that they believe their child is alive and that somebody's kidnapped them. No search parties whatsoever.
What about a reward?
Snug with Pug, loving the shirt today. What a beautiful noise. Thank you. Yeah, man. I'm a big fan, man. Yeah, I'm a big Neil fan. So thank you. Appreciate that.
No reward.
Are they broke? Do they work?
Well, they have a lot of money for drugs.
You put out a thing
they're
looking for a
junkies.
house to rent for $1,300 to $1,800.
And the only signs that they put up for this child is
So what's really funny is this footage is, again, it's designed to pitch to a network in hopes to get them a reality show, right? But what's really funny is now we know there's a different perspective now, because now we know that this was the purpose. We only speculated on it when we were going over it before, but now we know that this is exactly the purpose. And when we suspected MGL was trying to act like she gave a shit about the details of this case, and she flies out there, and again, remember, she came out there late. Betty looks beat the fuck up, dude. Look at her. She's been out there doing what she calls work, which is not work, but it's definitely, she was out there yelling and carrying on for a good couple of days already. And then MGL decides to fly out there and act like she's taking over the entire operation. Like, brief me, my second in command, on what's going on here. Without having done any research, she thinks this looks like a power move, but it doesn't look like a power move. It looks like she thinks that she's in charge and isn't doing a fucking thing to be in charge. Like, anybody is going to see this. Anybody who wants to try to create some sort of situation and air it on television is going to look at it this way and be like, this is fucking stupid. This is just insane madness. These are just a bunch of fucking morons. I couldn't sell this to a toddler.
It's the ones that they stole from me.
I am very blessed to have the support that I have.
Now, more importantly, a network thinks of things in terms of sponsorship, okay? Because it's corporations, it's sponsors that fund these shows, okay? That's how it works, okay? So there's no corporate entity, I can promise you this, that is ever going to back that shit up. There is no corporate entity that is going to say, take my money, put these people on the air. Because the shit storms that they would get would be unbelievable. There is absolutely, like, Nabisco. Can you imagine Nabisco or Pepsi or fucking Mr. Clean and the shitstorm they would get when people realize that what they did was fund these people harassing victims and their families and accusing innocent people until proven guilty of crimes that we don't even know took place, which also destroys any hope that a child could be found and recovered safely because they're spreading the rumor that she's dead. Do you think that General Mills is getting behind that? You think that you're going to see the Keebler elves like in between footage of that shit? No way. Not in a million gazillion fucking years. There's no way that would happen.
I'm very blessed as a trans woman to be able to do what I do, not only to do something that brings me pleasure and joy, but to utilize my platform to do something so absolutely. We're able to give voice to not only the parents, but some pleasure. I'm very
For this child is the ones that they stole from me.
I am very blessed to have the support that I have. I'm very blessed as a trans woman to be able to do what I do, not only to do something that brings me pleasure and joy, but to utilize my platform to do something so absolutely. We're able to give voice to not only the parents, but these children. And
what in the fuck did being a trans woman have anything to do with what you were talking about? And at what point have you done any of the things that you're fucking talking about? Because you haven't. You've done the opposite, actually.
And in some cases, grown adults as well. But it's action for me.
On another note, let's get serious. Let's get serious. We are here to keep the heat under your ass. We are here to keep the heat under the authorities' ass, under the sheriff's ass, under the local politician's ass. That's why we are here, Leilani, to keep the fire under your ass. You're not going to get away with this. No one is getting complacent today. No one is going to be getting any rest.
Dude, if I'm a network exec and I get this shit, right? I get this shit in an email. Dude, I'm sending a fucking mass email to everybody. Check this shit out. I'm not fucking greenlighting it, but I'm showing everybody. I'm like, these motherfuckers actually think that they should be somehow celebrated for what they're doing. Like, they sent me video evidence of them harassing people, and they think that we're going to give them a TV show. Check it out. Look. Hey, yeah, show your wife. Tell her. Ask her if that's something that she would watch.
No one is going to be getting any sleep as long as your ass is hot. No complacency. That's why we stand here.
We're not going anywhere.
You're not getting a free ticket. You're not getting a free
not
ticket to show
going anywhere.
I want this to end.
What?
I know that what we do is extremely unique.
Hold on, I got to see that one more time. Here we go.
No one is going to be getting any rest. No one is going to be getting any sleep as long as your ass is hot. No complacency. That's why we stand here.
We're not going anywhere.
You're not getting a free ticket. You're not getting a free
not
ticket to show
going anywhere.
Check
I
it
want
out.
this to end.
I know that what we do is extremely unique.
Dude, who edited this, bro? Like, who the fuck edited this? What in the shit was that? She was, we're not going anywhere. Unbelievable, dude. Like, that is a fucking SNL skit. It's crazy. Somebody could parody that exactly how it is. And if you saw like famous sketch comedians doing this, you'd be fucking cracking up. This is hilarious to me.
There's not any other YouTubers that go out into the field like this. No one does it like us. Let me tell you something else.
Let me explain real quick, because you're right about that. La-di-da, thank you so much. Poor Wally. This was his chance to get rid of Molly and run away with Princess. Thank you for that. So yes, MGL, you are correct. You are correct that nobody else fucking does that except for Dolly's dumbass, who got arrested doing it because he assaulted a woman. Nobody else does this. Nobody with any common sense. What you are doing and I've said this many times before, what you guys are doing is exactly what anybody knows that no YouTuber should do, especially in the true crime community, because in the true crime community, you never actually see. I've made the same point that she's making. She just sees it from a different perspective, from a very delusional perspective. She sees this from a very delusional perspective, which I think is fucking hilarious. Firefly, thank you so much. Buy yourself a bullhorn. Thank you. So I find it really funny that I've made the same point. I've said nobody else is fucking doing that. But the reason why nobody else is doing that, you never see these larger creators, the ones with, I mean, hundreds of thousands of subscribers and even in the millions. None of them do this shit. The reason why none of them do this shit is because it's unethical and fucked up. It's bad. It's not okay. It interferes with investigations. It interferes with cases, open cases. It's not okay to do what you're doing. Yes, nobody else fucking does it, but it's because nobody else but you lacks that common sense to such a level that you actually make a conscious effort to go out there. It's unreal. Firefly gifted 10 memberships. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. John Hunt. Kathy, let's talk about everything. Go find me. Man, this is moving really fast. Sorry about that. Tracy L, if I miss anybody. Asap's Inspiration Band-Aid of Memories. Laurette. Cheesy Wheezy. Stevie's mom. All right. Congrats, guys. Thank you so much for that, Firefly. Yeah, nobody was fucking doing that simply because it's a fucked up thing to do, and everybody knows this. Everybody knows this.
And you can quote me on this. If Dog the Bounty Hunter finds Brian Laundrie, I'm never paying taxes again.
Let me turn that just a little bit more.
I'm gonna have to
She actually put that in there. She actually put that in there. If Dog the Bounty Hunter finds Brian Laundrie, I'm never paying taxes again. I don't think you pay taxes now. If I'm being honest.
Get you a little milk crate to stand on.
She saw me and she's like, "You are
Listen,
so short."
She's taller than
let's
me.
put it this way.
She's definitely taller than all.
When we do
I
our
would be-
professional shot together, I'll be the one sitting down. Okay.
Dude. I don't understand. Like watching that and watching the just physically the confirmation that this is what they had in mind behind all of this behavior. I wonder now when, I mean, what is it going to take for them to realize that it's not going to happen? And how long is it going to take? And B, when they do realize that they look like complete and total assholes and idiots, okay? And no TV show is going to pick them up. Nothing of that nature. When that does happen, what will they do? Now that we know that this was the motive the entire time, the motive behind all of the shitty behaviors, now we knew they were doing it for clout, and I know at one point I suspected that it was for some reality show or something, always to get some sort of big mainstream attention, right? And what's really funny is they brag. MGL bragged about getting mainstream media coverage. Now, she only got local news coverage. That happened in Rogersville. That happened. But what ended up happening is once after they were celebrated before anybody did any vetting, and they interviewed them all in their little hotel room. After that takes place, they end up running a fucking muck of chaos all over Rogersville, harassing these people, harassing Candace and Don. Now, after that, they end up doing a damage control piece where they interview Don and show that he's the victim in this situation, and show them yelling through a bullhorn from afar, camera footage of them, and stating that they were harassing them. I mean, it's just really fascinating to me that the delusion is to that level, to where they actually think that they're going to be somehow rewarded for this. It's very, very interesting to me. Now, I know that I've seen give me 1 second. I just gotta look here, because I'm not gonna wrap this up just yet. I've got a little while left in me here. Yeah, and I know that a lot of people are talking about MGL with her mom, and yeah, I mean, to me, that's just, there's nothing new about all that stuff. There's just nothing new about all that madness, like none of it surprises me. And I can't see the chat right now, so please forgive me here. Let's watch Chronicles of the Shady's little video on this real quick. This is very funny to me.
And my YouTube channel is Bullhorn Betty.
I ain't lying, girl. Everybody in our group's fucked up. Everybody. You, me, the whole freaking neighborhood is fucked up.
Is really...
Hold on, let me do this.
The collaboration of some great creators to bring a story of a lost, missing, or dead person's case to light.
Okay, now this is Chronicles of the Shady. She's in chat right now. Chronicles of the Shady did this video. Make sure to like and subscribe.
We go to great lengths to make sure that not only are we bringing awareness to the case, but we're actually making a physical contribution to the case. As long as the passion is there, I can do this forever. There's a segment of the population that likes to attack people and attack people like us that go out here and do this work. Sometimes that does get into your head a little bit. Does it stop me? Have I given up? Of course not. Have I thought about it? Of course I have.
We know. We know exactly what happened to that baby. We know exactly what happened to that baby, Candace. You're a piece of shit mom.
Wow.
Where are all your children? All your children are gone. Every last
Jesus, dude.
one of them.
This lady sucks.
And one's dead.
Wow. You don't even know that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Who are these people? How are they connected to the sheriff's office or the police department? Because I've never seen a family get so many free passes on so many different things in my life. I'm telling you, Bullhorn Betty wouldn't get that kind of pass.
Okay.
I'm murderer.
No. Okay. And I'm pretty sure Chronicles probably gets into that, but you've gotten away with tons of shit. Your record screams it.
Kid, I'd be in jail until they got the evidence to charge me with.
Okay, stop.
Asked. I'm murderer, kid. I'd be in jail until they got the evidence to charge me with.
Okay, so again, Betty acting as an attorney who believes that she claims she went to law school, which has been proven that she never went to law school, thanks to Burnt Toast. She's never gone to law school. She doesn't know anything about the law. Literally, I've had attorneys in this chat. I've talked to them behind the scenes, at least people who have worked with the courts, and they're like, there's no way that this woman has ever worked in anything regarding legalities at all. Nothing. Because that statement right there screams it. She says, if I murdered a kid, I'd be in jail until they had the evidence to charge me. No, you wouldn't. Nobody would. Nobody would. Because I don't know the circumstances as to why your cases were thrown out, Betty. I don't know the circumstances of why you're not in jail with the long list of charges that you have. Violent ones. I don't know how you're not in jail. Okay. But if I had to guess, it's because there wasn't enough to actually waste time in a trial, because probably the people who you attacked probably were never going to testify against you or whatever. But they probably just didn't see it being worth it to pursue petty bullshit between you and your spouse. Is plural, spouses, where you have attacked these people. You have attacked these men. I mean, there's details in the police reports about it. And then you expect us to believe that the police lie, right? And you expect us to believe you when you say the police lie. Someone who every case that you've taken on where you've said that the police lie, turns out that they didn't lie, that the police were just doing their jobs. So where's the credibility? Why would we believe you when you say that the police lied in those police reports where they arrested you? Why would we believe that? When every time that you say the police lies, the police are lying involving a case, you're wrong. You've been consistently wrong.
What's the address?
My name is Andra, and my YouTube channel is Bullhorn Betty.
Oh my God. Which one is this? How old is this one? Oh no. Okay. Hold on. Now I know that recently Dolly was talking about how he's out and he's a solo artist. And I mean, here's the thing. Anybody who decides to go out, whether it be on their own or whether it be in a group of idiots, to these places where these cases are taking place, you're an asshole. Again, like MGL said, nobody else is doing that. But there's a reason why nobody else is doing that. It's because nobody else is that much of an asshole. You guys are exclusively YouTube assholes. Exclusively. You are in an exclusive class of people who think it's a good idea to go interfere in open cases. And you actually had the audacity to think that it was going to make you famous in a positive manner. That somebody, some TV network was actually going to pick it up. And it's really funny because people are, the overall thing, everybody's talking about, oh my God, the MGL and Mallory thing, blah, blah, blah. Oh, she clapped back, blah, 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 blah. Stupidity, predictable stupidity. Like anybody who's been actually reviewing these people for a long time, okay? Because there's some of us that have been, and some of us who just kind of started to do that recently when they saw that it was picking up traction, calling them out for that shit. But anybody who's seen that called this a long time ago, that this was some stupid bullshit manufactured thing. And I said this a long time ago, that these people, it was a matter of time before they get at each other's throat. I mean, that's just, it was completely predictable. And I love to see people just feeding right into it. This is exactly what MGL does. This is exactly what Mallory was trying to do. Like, as soon as you saw the two of them hanging out together, anybody with common sense was like, well, when is the part where they end up hating each other and arguing and fighting and then collecting money for it, which is fine, which is really funny. It's really fine because those are drama channels. Here's the thing is that I've said this for so long and I've said it so many times. I don't give a fuck about drama channels, man. If people log on and they enjoy it and the drama is what you peddle, cool. That's great. But my issue is with these drama channels getting involved in crime cases. That's all I've ever given a fuck about. I care about these people who are being affected in these cases, who suffered a tragic loss and are being affected directly by the actions of these idiots. That's always been my concern. The drama, cool. These two people going at each other. This is what they do. This is what I'm glad they're doing. Awesome. But when you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And Mallory saw the light. And now Mallory's exposing MGL and saying she's out of heels in the air because she has a conscience and she cares. No. This is just one asshole turning on another asshole for the sake of entertainment. Because the drama community is going to eat it up. Great. Awesome. But don't think that somebody saw the light here and decided to all of a sudden change their ways. And they were like, oh, this is wrong. No, dude, like we saw your dumbass travel. You were desperately trying to fit in with the people that were doing this fucked up shit. And your way of fitting in with them was to find your own way to do something fucked up. And that was your bright idea of showing up to St. Jude and trolling St. Jude. Kids with cancer. Oh, I can top their fucked up behavior because you're smart enough, Mal, you're smart enough to know what's fucked up and what's wrong and what isn't. And you brag about grifting and giving people what they want, and you're like, I'm a performer and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like we know that you don't have any boundaries to make it as far as getting money from people on YouTube. And now she's achieved it. Why? Because you idiots just were so, and I'm not talking about anybody specifically, but I'm talking about the idiots. So you know who I'm talking to. You guys know who I'm talking to when I'm talking to you, who all of a sudden think, oh my God, because Mallory sees MGL for what she is, she's one of the good guys. Bullshit. She's smarter than you because she got close to, I guarantee you that this is exactly what happened. She made it a point to get close to these people, saw that these people are drama channels, saw how much revenue the drama brings in, and created a situation where there would be a drama explosion. That took place, and you all fed right into it. That is no different. This is nobody's different. Nobody woke up. Nobody saw the light. But anybody who's taking sides all of a sudden and then still has the audacity to call somebody else a tragedy pimp and defend the other, no, they're all tragedy pimps, dude. Every single one of them, still the same tragedy pimps. They just turned on each other because they're drama channels. That's it. And if you're more concerned about the drama when it comes to crime cases, you're part of the problem. You're a bigger part of the problem. If your concern and your interest is piqued by the drama taking place between two creators over getting facts on a case and wanting justice for these victims genuinely, well, then you were just as bad as they are. You don't get to point fingers and call people tragedy pimps because what you are tragedy Johns. Simple. So if you throw money at these people, any of them, you're part of the problem. I promise you that. You're not one of the good guys. Because these people proved with content after content after content after content, video after video after video after video after video, live stream after live stream after live stream, that these people don't give a fuck about any of these cases or their victims because they don't even bother to learn the facts of these cases. And now Mal all of a sudden is like, oh, I don't want anything to do with that. These people are fucked up. Dude, you put out that video as proof that you were on board with what they were doing. Because if you didn't know, then that proves the point just the same. Because if you didn't know, that shows that you didn't bother to do any research on what was going on. You didn't bother to vet the people who were inviting you in their little circle. You knew. and you wanted a part of it. And you saw that the drama, you knew, you were realistic enough to know that that shit's never going to get picked up. So you saw that creating some drama between you and one of the other people was going to generate, you know, your little PayPal donations. Good for you. But make no mistake, people, that's exactly what happened. So before you start giving these people money, know that they just used your community as a front to tug at your heartstrings and make you think that they care about something that they don't care anything about, so that you'll give them money. Tragedy Pimp 101. Period. That's it. Y'all are suckers. If you think that. If you think that you're somehow siding with the good guy in that situation. Yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. I really appreciate you, all the support. Thanks for all the likes, all that good stuff, and everybody who became a member. I appreciate it. All the gifted memberships. You guys are amazing. That shit is fun. I'm glad that we can have fun together. Thanks for making me feel better tonight. I had a blast, and I'm going back to bed. I love you very much, and we will do this again very soon, my friends.